Welcome to Daily Magic, a cozy, growth-minded, sparkly corner of the world. Join me, Shaina Wexler, as we revel in and rediscover the abundant magic that fills our daily lives. So brew up some tea in your favorite mug, settle into your comfiest chair, and breathe deep as we create Daily Magic. Hello, my beautiful friend. We fade up onto a small bedroom. The walls are pale light pink. Two matching, sturdy wooden captain's beds hug the sides of the room, tight to the walls, creating just enough space for a 3-foot center aisle between them. Two young sisters, 6 years apart in age, sit on the floor across from one another. Pillows have been repurposed as back and seat cushions as they lean against their respective beds. Each girl clutches an open spiral notebook and pen and scribbles away excitedly. They continue about this work in silence, pausing here and there to look up to the sky, searching for the next pulse of inspiration before diving back into the story world they're each creating. A tea tray sits on the floor near the sisters. The older sister pours each of them a proper cup of tea, adds a touch of agave and milk, and gives each cup a stir. "Okay," she announces, handing a hot cup of tea to her younger sister. "Time's up for this chapter. It's time to read what we have so far." Both girls take a sip of their tea and reposition themselves eagerly. Who should go first? To these sisters, they are passing their days writing exciting, fictional stories about each other's bright, beautiful futures. Little do those two girls know that they're actually making magic. For years and through many phases of our lives, my little sister and I adored taking multiple full days during summer vacation, winter break, or long weekends to invent lovely stories in which the other was the lead character of our story. We would take all that we knew about each other's grandest hopes, dreams, and desires and craft them into upbeat, compelling, and humorous fairy tale and romantic comedy-esque novels. We would write pages upon pages upon pages and then take breaks to read each other what we had written so far, and then jump back into writing the next chapters and do it all over again. It was so much fun and so heartwarming to hear a story written about yourself as the lead character, living the fabulous life of your dreams. And it was equally thrilling to read your masterpiece aloud and watch your sister light up from the inside as they imagined, felt, and lived the feelings of what it was like for all of their dreams to come true. My sister is a fantastic writer, and the stories that she wrote about me had a few thematic elements that were always applicable to my dreams, and always an utter joy to hear about myself living. In her stories about me, I did musical theater professionally, drove an adorable new VW Beetle, had the cutest purse dog in the world, and I dressed in all pink. My favorite part of every story that she wrote based on my inevitable, fabulous life was the meet cute that she would design of how I would meet my husband. The premise was usually that I was on my way to a cafe to, of course, get a cup of tea. I would also order a donut and then would accidentally lose control of said donut while in transit to my table and awkwardly fling it onto an unsuspecting, gorgeous, single, gentle, sincere, kind man who happened to have an uncanny likeness to Prince Eric from The Little Mermaid. This man always had a bright, authentic, warming smile and eyes that glimmered when he laughed. Often, this future husband character would have a London accent, and for whatever reason, I was really into light blue button-up shirts on guys, so my sister would always write him wearing a light blue button-up shirt that brought out the dazzling blue of his eyes. I absolutely never got bored hearing stories of my incredible life of puppies, pink, success, and romance. And in fact, my entire heart is lighting up right now, even just recounting this, truly. And I'm still not bored of this story. I am still not bored. It's still the best story. These memories with my sister are so dear, precious, and nurturing. And they're memories of magic, because those stories didn't stay on the page. They became my reality. While I have yet to meet my Prince Eric, I did do musical theater professionally for 10 years. I did get myself a VW Beetle. I do live an entirely pink lifestyle, drink tea all day, every day, and have the most adorable, wonderful soulmate of a purse dog that I could have possibly imagined. You see, what we weren't cognizant of at the time was that by writing those stories, we were, in fact, practicing a powerful manifestation technique called scripting. Now, before we go any further, let's address the manifestation woo-woo in the room. I know that the word manifesting is such a buzzword at this moment, and that it can feel very polarizing and quite alienating, actually. And I'll be perfectly candid in saying that I know it can feel that way because I myself have often felt a bit repelled hearing certain people speak about it. Sometimes I hear people speak about manifestation in a very grounded, psychology-based manner that I feel like I can really get on board with. And then other times I hear about it in a way that feels incredibly out of touch and actually just like lacking in compassion as well. So let's just take a second here to demystify this word that's getting so much hype right now. At its essence, manifestation can simply be seen as a way to align our thoughts and actions with our goals. At its core, it's about setting an intention for yourself or your life and then focusing your energy and actions towards what you want to achieve. Some people describe it in spiritual terms, but it's just as much of a mental and emotional practice as it is a spiritual one. For example, for most of us, when we set a goal, let's say we want to get a new job or something of the sort, we might naturally imagine or visualize what that would look like for us. Then we would work to create a plan of how to get there. Manifestation is the same thing, and it encourages us to take that a step further by really immersing ourselves in the feelings associated with achieving that goal, which can really help motivate us to take the actionable steps necessary to get there. It's very similar to the psychology behind positive thinking and visualization techniques that many successful people and athletes use. It's about cultivating a mindset that keeps you open to opportunities and aware of possibilities, rather than being limited by negativity or limiting beliefs or self-doubt. So ultimately, whether the more woo-woo aspects of manifestation resonates with you or not, there is value for everyone in focusing our intentions and fostering a positive mindset. Anything that creates positive personal growth and more fulfillment in our lives is, in my book, magical. And you know that I firmly believe that the joy of life, the beauty of life, inspiration, and magic is for everyone. And my friend, if you are enjoying this cozy, comfy time together, would you please take a moment to follow, subscribe, rate, and review? It would truly mean so much to me. So thank you so much for taking the time to do that. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, so now is the fun part. Let's dive into how to experience the magic of scripting. As with all things magical, and as with any good story, it is important to set the scene. So I encourage you to take a little time, some fun, and some imagination to create the perfect atmosphere. You absolutely already know that my favorite adjective in the world is the word cozy. So yes, first and foremost, you want to find or create a cozy, comfy, warm, inviting space where you can really settle in It can be as simple as using soft lights, bringing out a few candles, lighting some incense, or diffusing some essential oils to create a lovely ambiance. Or you can take it a whimsical step further by brewing up some tea in a fancy teapot, filling a corner of the room with pillows and cushions, and pulling out that fountain pen. Or you can take it 5 steps further and build yourself a fun blanket fort in your living room. And yes, I am speaking to adults. This is for adults, blanket forts. Don't underestimate the power of a blanket fort. Setting the stage for scripting is all about bringing ourselves into an open, childlike, hopeful space where we can daydream and believe in magic again. It's from there that your creativity can truly flow. So after you get fully settled in, take some deep, grounding, cleansing breaths. Throw your phone across the room as far away as possible, get rid of it, and do your best to bring your attention into the details of the present moment. Feel the comfort of the cushions beneath you. Tune into the scent of incense. Bring your awareness to the flickering of the candles and give yourself permission to be right here. Know that you deserve moments to dream and to become. And now it's time to begin writing. But what should we write? Scripting is the process of tuning into our hopes, dreams, desires, goals, and even fantasies, and write them as vividly as possible. As we engage in the magic of scripting, it's really important that we use the present tense to write our story. So for example, instead of writing something in the future tense like, I will have a successful career, I would write, Shaina beams joyfully, soaking up the feeling of thriving in her dream career. Or some people enjoy scripting using the I have point of view. And in that case, instead of I will have a successful career, you would write, I'm thriving in my dream career, or something of that kind of sort. When we're scripting, we're guiding our words and actions to come from the most open-hearted, infinite possibility-based space within ourselves. Scripting becomes more and more powerful the more that we can really release the fetters on our imagination and allow it to run free with our hearts, to create space for our deepest desires to really come forth in an uninhibited way. As adults, this can become a challenge for many of us because our logic-based systems love to rise up and dictate strong boundaries about what is and is not possible and realistic in life. Since this protection and reason-based space loves to get involved, for me personally, I have found that I'm much more able to tune into my imagination and my emotions when I write about myself and my life in the third person. When I turn myself into a character in a quote, fictional story, I'm able to give a lot more room to what may be possible in her experience. If you're brand new to scripting, I encourage you to experiment with a bit of both the first and the third person tenses to see which one you connect with the most. So with scripting, you're writing the awe-inspiring, fantastical story of your dream reality. So write about the career of your dreams, the purpose you want to fulfill, the romantic relationship of your dreams, the community, city, the home, the family, the friends and support system that you deeply desire. And just as with any good creative writing piece, in scripting, it's really important to add as much detail, as much form and description and tone and color as possible. Really draw on all 5 senses when scripting. Make adjectives your best friend. I can tell you from my entire life experience that there can never be too many adjectives in a story. When I was in elementary school, I had this amazing teacher for 2nd, 3rd, and 5th grade named Mr. Thomas. And each day, Mr. Thomas would give us these writing prompts and then let us just free write. And when he was grading my creative writing assignments, he'd always give me these really uplifting accolades for my amazing, quote, word choice and descriptive words. In 5th grade, I wrote a story, or nay, a novel. I really believed it was a novel, called Once Upon a Pond, which includes my hand-drawn illustrations, and it was bound in a hardcover, and it now sits on my bookshelf. It's that good. Once Upon a Pond was such an elementary school smash hit. Yes, that Mr. Thomas had me read it aloud to our class to serve as an example of exemplary word choice. And I can hear all of you clamoring to please have me read an excerpt of this 5th grade award-winning novel. So yes, you know I love to give the people what they want. So I've selected a page that has become very, very well known and very, very teased in my family. So for this selection, oh wow. Oh, okay. So opening this book, I see that 5th grade me wrote a dedication page which says, "Once upon a pond, dedicated to my sister. I love you." Oh, so wow. This is some really beautiful, heartwarming symmetry that I did not plan for. When I open this episode, speaking about her and our writing sessions together, wow, it's really beautiful. She was 3 years old when I wrote this. Aww. Okay, well, that was special. Now let's read this adjective-friendly passage. Okay, here we go. Here we go again. Chapter 9. In the morning, I got dressed in my remarkably beautiful sky blue dress and brushed my tangly hair until it was shiny and felt like silk. Then I made my way down the pink and purple speckled stairs. I'm sure that by now you're absolutely enraptured and want to hear so much more, but you will have to wait until the printing of my 2nd edition. Okay, this book is actually a treasure trove. Oh my gosh. In the back here, I have this note from Mr. T. Not I pity the fool, but Mr. T, Mr. Thomas. And it says, "This is great. Wow." And there's also this piece of paper with feedback from other students and parents who apparently read my book. And here's the comments. Okay, are you ready for these reviews? Fran R. raves, "Great descriptions, lovely pictures." Mr. T says, "You wrote a novel. Great." Kate's mom says, "Very descriptive." Kristen says, "Great everything, great pictures, great descriptions." Kristen, oh my gosh, I know you're listening. You are on here, your mama's on here. This is amazing. We have Kate that says, "Awesome descriptions and great pictures." See, I wasn't lying. It is all about the descriptions. Everyone is enamored by my descriptive abilities. So you can clearly see that descriptive voicing has always been part of my inspirational flow, and that I've been connected into my creation energy from a really young age. And most of you know that one of the things that I am most passionate about in life is helping empower others to be able to connect to their own creation energy, joy for life, inner magic, and inspiration, which is exactly why I designed a one-on-one holistic spirit, mind, body, and emotions-based coaching called Reignite Inspiration for anyone who's feeling blocked or burned out. So whether you are feeling blocked in your creative work or you're having difficulty connecting to the joy of life around you, this 12-week coaching is designed for you, and it's fully customized for you and all of your particulars and specifics. These 12 weeks of coaching with me will dissolve your inspirational blocks, and it's going to teach you your personalized roadmap for connecting in with the source of your inspirational flow. If you're interested in learning more, I would absolutely love to connect with you. So to go ahead and book a cozy discovery call with me, you can just click the link in the show notes below, or just leave a heart in the comments. Drop a heart in the comments below and I will send you a link where we can set up that discovery call. I am so eager to empower you to reignite your inspiration. If you've listened to even a few episodes of Daily Magic, you may have noticed that I have not lost or diminished my verbose nature in the slightest at all. In fact, after my first episode, The Magic of Tea Time, my little sister she sent me a text telling me that she had really enjoyed the guided tea party meditation that I created, but was half expecting me to say something about the pink and purple speckled stairs in it. But guess what? My mad adjective skills make me pretty awesome at invoking the magic of scripting. And a major reason why detail is so important in scripting is that it connects us to another really key ingredient in the magic potion that is scripting. An incredibly powerful aspect of scripting is your emotional connection to what you're writing. It helps you not only visualize your intentions and goals, but also allows you to truly immerse yourself in the emotions that are tied to those goals, dreams, and desires. So scripting is all about embodying the energy of our desired reality. When we write in the details of our surroundings and senses, it much more readily helps us to be in that sensory feeling state while we write, while we're in the process of writing. So for our example of this, to demonstrate what I'm talking about, let's take this baby full circle and pick up right where my sis and I left off. Since the one thing in our stories that hasn't yet manifested is my hot, gentle, faithful, kind, understanding, devoted, communicative, emotionally available, silly, spiritually, emotionally, and physically healthy husband. Since that's the one thing that has not yet come off of those pages, a great thing for me to script would be how this person makes me feel. What will I feel like when I'm in his presence? How can I put myself into a space of truly embodying those feelings? So let's say that after accidentally throwing a donut onto this amazing man, he and Shaina have gone on a series of dates together. As Shaina reflects on their time together, what does she experience? How does she feel? How about Shaina's heart dances lightly, each step buoyant as if she's gliding. The echoes of their laughter together lingers with her, wrapping around her like a soft, comforting blanket. She can still feel his gentle, strong, warm presence. His ready, engaging smile bubbles up in her thoughts and brings a smile to her lips. In his company, she feels truly seen. Like every word she speaks matters. The way he listens and leans in with genuine interest makes her feel valued and appreciated for exactly who she is. A full body, spirit, mind, and emotion sense of safety envelops Shaina. With him, it's so natural to share authentically and vulnerably without fear. She embraces the hope blossoming in her chest, knowing this is only the beginning and that his devoted consistency will continue on and on. She is at ease, and the world feels beautifully wide open. Something along those lines, right? Really include those feelings you desire to feel and allow yourself to fully feel and experience those feelings as you both script and as you read your script aloud to yourself along the way. It's also really powerful to read your script out loud, hearing and feeling those present tense emotions and sensations. My beautiful friend, this week, I invite you to carve out some time to experience the clarity of intentions, emotional connection to your desires, self-discovery, positive mindset shifts, intentional living, and alignment with your dreams that results when we engage in the magic of scripting. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to make a blanket fort and to write about chocolate frosted donuts with sprinkles and my lifelong committed romance with a Prince Eric type man. So be blessed, be light, and be the magic.